Let's talk about open rates and subject lines because the number one thing that people do is they don't continue to make better and better subject lines, and it's a really big secret in order to be able to get your open rates because it's the first thing people see. So you always want to be testing and changing your subject lines in order to get better and better open rates. And if you aren't, then you're most likely not engaging your audience as much as you can. And so you want to do this. This has got to be your number one thing. If you're going to be anywhere in email marketing, you have to become a good expert in subject lines. So we want to get better at this. So I put this together of these are the key things that I look for when I'm trying to do subject lines. And so let's start with the first one. So the first one is you want to focus on the benefit, not the topic. So a lot of times what we talk about, it's like you have, you own a like a hardware store and someone's going to buy a drill. Well, what do people talk about? They talk about the drill and all the benefits or all the features of the drill. But the issue isn't the drill. What they're looking for is they're looking to drill a hole into something, right? So what is the benefit of that drill? Is it easy to use? Does it, makes holes better, more smoother than other drills? And so that's really what you want to do. The same thing with like a car, for example. Most of the time you go look for a car, what do they talk about? They talk about the features of it, not the benefits. You want to keep talking about the benefits of your product or services or the email itself. And so say you're in email marketing, is like, oh, this is guided email marketing, for example. And so instead of that, you can say like how to triple your open rates with these email tips. So that's a much better open subject line than just, hey, there's a guide to email marketing. It's kind of bland, and so like that. So that's what you're looking to do is you want to show how whatever you're going to do. And or it's like, weight loss is, how I lost 30 pounds in 3 months or something like that. It has to be true, of course, but that's what you're looking for, the benefit of what you have, what you're doing. And so that's something you want to make sure that you're doing. And then, of course, using a second thing is to use like curiosity driven language. So you want to do something that's like a hint towards something. So, this one thing changed everything in my life. It's like, I want to know what that one thing is. And so instead of just saying, "Hey, I changed my email subject line so that I got higher open rates." Okay, well, yeah, that's fine, but it says I made this one tweak in my subject lines, and my open rate skyrocketed. That's another more curious type of thing, and you can improve upon that. It's not the best subject line, but those are the type of things you want to do. You want to get things that are going to get people curious to to know more about what you have to offer. Okay, so that's what I want you to show when you're doing that, and be able to get higher open rates. And then also test personalization beyond just someone's name. So everybody puts their name in the subject line, and that's fine. But if you have more information then you want to use part of it. If you have the city they're in, if you have, maybe part of their address or where they're located or um, any of those things. And so that's one of the things that you can do in order to um, further customize different emails. And the other thing is if there are preference some other things. So say you had an email on email marketing. Let's use that example since that's what we talk about. It says, oh well, you open up my last email on email subject line. It says, so, hi Fred, because you liked email subject lines, I made this for you. And so that is very much more curiosity driven, and it's personalized to people that like that. And I would send it to people that opened up that email. It's like, oh, okay, wow, that's going to get a huge open rate. And so you want to test those types of things with your list as you go, as you grow your list. And then the other thing is to, if you keep it short and impactful. So sometimes you can use longer ones. Other times using like 5 to 7 words really starts to really hone in things. And one of the things I like to do with this is, keep it punchy and concise And some of the things you can do is just take a subject line you come up with and just start hacking it up. And it's like, can I get away with half of this? Can I get away with just parts of this? And that way you get it down to a certain amount. And if you want to use like Chat GPT to help you, you can do that too. Though you need to be looking at the actual results too. If you just post them blindly, then they're likely not going to be very good. So, but that's another thing. If you're super concise with it, one is all the words come through, and it's like, okay, well, this is interesting. It's easy to read, and people will likely use it. So that's one of the things you want to do as well. And also, you can use emojis. Now, I would use this sparingly. A lot of times when people use emojis, we go way over the top. It's like you use it and then you use like a ton of them. There were times when I would do like a weekly email, and it would be like the Monday, or it would be a monthly email that would have like a certain topic, and I always used an emoji for that. And the open rates were huge because it was something people expected, and it was an emoji that was interesting. So you can use emojis sporadically, either in the beginning or the end. Usually is where the best points are. A lot of times at the beginning works really well. And so that's what you can do. And so, obviously don't overuse it. If it's in everything, then it's just going to kind of blend in with everything else. But if you do it sparingly, you can get a really good spike in open rates. So those are kind of the 5 things you can do in order to help with your open rates. And, the better your open rates, the more people can view your emails, and the more people that can click on what you're offering. And so it's the best thing you could do to get the maximum effect from your email list. And it helps with your open rates too, because then people are looking for emails, not just passively opening them. And so I hope this helps you a lot, and incorporate everything you can. If you have other suggestions that you use, please post them down below as well. And if you want more information on marketing and other tips and tricks, please go to marketopiahq.com. Talk to you next time.